All right, welcome back to the show, guys. Welcome back to Talking Spice.
Bon tardi, bon noche.
Bon dia, bon dia.
And now every day, all times of the day is Bonoche because it's dark all the time.
Always dark.
So it's
I
Bonoche.
can't wait for this winter shit to be over with.
Man, that's one thing that tripped me out when I got here, dude. It gets dark. It gets dark early. And then when I see someone, they're like, and I'm like, goedenavond, because it's dark. And they're like, avond, het is nog 4 uur. I'm like,
It's not dark at 4, toch? Is it dark at 4?
No, not this dark. It starts
pretty
to get-
dark. Pretty dark.
it
Chris,
gets-
Chris works in Finland, where it's like...
back when I did it, it was like more winter-y.
Back in my heyday.
It was like a couple of years ago. But yeah, when I did it, they were like, yeah, goedenavond, because it was like dark outside. Like, avond, is 4 uur.
That throws me off in the summer when it's like light outside till 10 and someone comes in the gym like at 8, like, goedenavond. I'm like, I don't shit.
Yeah,
What the fuck is-
exactly.
I'm barbecuing right now.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
They work with time, not light.
Yeah. True. Well, you should, I guess.
Hey, man, it's end of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
We're wrapping up the year right now. There's
Yeah.
only like 2 weeks kind of left for the whole year.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of want to talk about how we feel about this year, how we're ending this year. I mean, any big significant things that we went through, anything you guys did, like any big setbacks you've had, or, it's still fucking COVID. How did that affect your year? So I just want to kind of like reminisce so we can wrap up this year, let people know maybe what we got planned for next year, or what we want to try and do and achieve.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, big general ballpark statement, how was 2021 for you? Dukes?
Given the situations, it was all right. It was all right.
Yeah?
Yeah. Got a job, got kunuku, so that's fine. So all my basic needs
don't
are.
over that's a big thing. We started Kunuku.
Hold on. So all my basic needs are covered. But yeah, one of the best things is starting with kunuku. It's really fun. I get to be very creative, coming up with spice blends and seasonings, and also things that are gonna come later in the future. So that's dope. Figuring out how the whole social media thing works, and how to all the things that come with running a business, learning all the financial parts, and learning how to stay away from the tax man.
How to make money.
Yeah,
And not lose money. 'Cause like I told you guys all in the beginning, like at the least, Kunuku would just be a fun thing to do.
Yeah.
At the least,
Yeah.
So luckily we also sell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're trying to do more than that. So
overall pretty good year.
Given the circumstances, yeah.
Yeah. But besides Kunuku, anything else that's kind of like a highlight?
Again, especially with the whole Rona situation, everything's been really routine.
Yeah.
It's easy. It's really easy to fall into a routine and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I try and stay in contact with my friends and do fun stuff like that. But over general, I guess maybe it's just me or a lot of people. It's pretty chill.
Cool.
Yeah.
Graham, how about you? How was your 2021?
About the same. It was cool. Well, let's start with the low light, which is Corona. No one expected that. No one.
Corona.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. It's been a couple of years now, but
Yeah.
so
Feels like it's been a long time.
It's the new normal.
it's not even 2021. But anyway, yeah. So that took everyone. Blew everyone's socks off. So like, yo, what the fuck is this?
I mean, that is still happening in 2021, you mean?
Yeah, and then it just started because no one expected a global pandemic, right? No one clearly we weren't prepared for this. No. Fucking country was prepared, except for like Australia, I think, or New Zealand. One of them, I think, one of them did it well. Like they had like 3 cases, they shut everything down, and then
Everyone else shot the bed.
yeah,
Everyone else.
Right? So, sorry, I got air. Yeah. So so that was a low light, and no one expected that. But at the same time, I guess it has its positives as well. So you get to. I mean, I'm a homebody. I like to stay home, so you get to stay home more.
Is this a homebody?
Yeah, homebody. Yeah, homebody.
I never heard that term before.
No?
That's fucking dope.
Yeah,
I thought you would like being referred to as a homeboy.
also, but I'm also a homebody boy.
Homebody boy. I like that.
Homebody boy, Bath and Beyond. But yeah, well, you can say what was it again? Swagoo, but I can't say
it, dude.
I have not. Those words have not come out of my mouth.
Say it.
No, I'm talking about the. But yeah, so I mean, so there's that, I guess, and that's the thing. Speaking of Kunuku, it made a lot of people hustle, like get into a different bag, try to get you have to get a different income. A lot of people lost jobs, or or salary got cut, or whatever, they got reduced. So you have to find like a different avenue of just
different hustle.
Yeah, exactly, just generating income, or just so even if it's a hobby, it's an escape, just trying to do something else, something different to keep your sanity, right?
Because, for example, for you, Chris, you actually lost your actual job because of COVID, too.
Yeah, I completely switched careers. Right now I'm working I've always been working in the restaurant industry. But, the last restaurant I was I was let go. But purely because of COVID, because less guests were coming in, so we were making less money, so they had to cut back on staff. And since I was the last one to join the staff, I was the first one out. So, I mean, no harm, no foul.
Makes sense.
But because of that as well, I reevaluated what I was doing and what I was really wanting. And I realized that I'm not really getting that much joy out of working in your typical restaurant anymore.
Is it just the hectic schedule? Is that it that you're doing?
Yeah, exactly. So it's
isn't it like boring food? Because you seem to me like someone that you have to make exciting shit for it to be challenging or interesting to you. If someone tells you like mag ik een broodje carpaccio, you're like fuck me.
I mean, as far as that goes, yes. But the last restaurant I was working in, it was a vegan vegetarian restaurant, and that was the last issue that I had with it because the chefs that I were working with. These guys were fucking genius.
Okay, so that was fun.
Yeah. So that aspect of the job, I enjoyed. But the working long hours, the not having a social life,
holidays,
working holidays. The pay wasn't necessarily great.
Brutal on your body.
Exactly. So in general, it wasn't necessarily the best direction for me when I evaluated it.
Yeah.
So now, I just needed they let me go. I had ice skating for a while, but I also in that time I was really self-reflecting, and I realized that I didn't want to go back into that world. I mean, if I had to, if I had no other means, I could, and I'd be fine in it.
If you had to do what you had to do,
exactly. But it's not really the right direction for me. I don't think it would be the healthy direction for me to go either.
You've done it since you were fucking 14 or some shit. So,
exactly.
I mean, You've seen what it has to offer.
I've been in Horeca almost as long as I've been alive. No,
and you're what?
Doesn't math add up there?
No. Sorry,
you're what? You're 60 now. So you're not
exactly.
40.
Exactly. No,
you look good as hell for 60.
Half of my life. So with that, especially when we had the talk of starting up Kunuke and whatnot, I came to the realization that I just need a job right now so that I can cover all my costs and losses so that I can start this and become my own boss. Yeah. So right now I'm working as a garbage man. It's fine work. It's hard work, but compared to everything else, once I'm done with that, like at the end of the day, once I'm done with that, I'm done. I don't have to think about anything of work. I don't have to think about tomorrow. I'm just completely done with that as well.
How the fuck are they going to call you for overtime? You're like, no. We've gotten everything we have to get. We're good. Don't fucking call me back. I'm done.
Now, see, there is overtime because the way they work is you have the routes, right? That you have to go like to visit to pick up the stuff.
Yeah.
And your day is done when everything is picked up.
Yeah.
So if it takes you an hour or 8. Doesn't matter. Everything. Yeah.
My point was more. It's not like they're not gonna instantly add like, "Hey, we're gonna go to fucking Volendam and pick up some fucking shit."
Oh,
no.
Want to tag along?
Want to tag along?
No.
Like hop into the truck.
Man, I had that in the restaurant industry so often. Like it was my day off. Hey, this and this is sick. We need you to come in. Or hey, this is this fucked up. The freezer is broken. We need you to come in to help.
Come cook everything.
And you see that type of guy. You can't say no, or you won't say no. You always be like,
man. The worst one, and the only reason I did it is because of my respect for the chef and the rest of the majority of the kitchen team. As they say in Dutch, left him in the steak.
Yeah.
What?
In the steak collapse.
Oh Jesus! Yeah. I was like, hey, I was trying to decipher that. I was like, left him in the steak.
Left him in the steak.
But how do you say is that some weird food thing? Like,
how do you say
tartar? Butterfly?
They basically abandoned him. Yeah.
Left him for dead. I don't know what. Yeah, sure. Abandoned him.
Like that situation for me, because that day I specifically asked that day off because mom was here and it was the day that she was the day before she was leaving, so it was my last chance to see her. So I told everybody that day, hey, that day I'm not here because it's the last chance to see my mom.
Fucking call me.
Exactly. I'm not gonna see her for another year, so this is like I can't come in this day.
Yeah.
And we have a WhatsApp group with everyone in it, and then the chef is like, hey guys, we need this and this and this. I need you guys to come in. Who can come in? No one fucking replies.
Yeah.
No one fucking replies. At the end, it was me, the chef, and the dishwasher. We had to run because it was a surprise party. I think it was from a group of 20 Finnish people. So they had like a group with a set menu and whatnot.
Did I make a reservation?
Yeah, but last minute. So, but the
That sounds like the boss needs to learn to say no too.
Yeah.
they try and say that to someone who enjoys money.
Hey.
But so that was the situation. So on my day off, I came in and I helped and whatnot. But that was also the last time I did that. I got into the mentality of like, hey, my shit is also important.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if I can help, I will. But my shit is also important.
Yeah.
I kind of passed the ball to Chris a little bit in the middle of your story, but you pointed out that COVID kind of made everyone have to either double down on what they're doing or find a new hustle or something.
Yeah.
Do you think you would have done that next to Kunuku, or if Kunuku didn't happen?
Probably, yeah.
Because
At some point.
Is that when you started like looking into trading also?
No, that came later. That was when we're already busy with Kunuku.
Oh, okay, cool.
So, but no, that I think at some point, yeah, because so what I'm doing now is not something I want to do for the rest of my life. So I think at some point I just wouldn't have been able to do that anymore. Like, physical fatigue you can get over, but mental fatigue you can't get over that, right? Like once you're mentally once you're mentally not there, there's very little you can do to power through it. So I was reaching that point. So I'm like, I think at some point I would have had to find something or go crazy and shoot myself, you know? So yeah, no,
Happy it didn't go that far.
Well, goddamn.
Yeah. No, of course I'm joking. But
no, but I understand your inflection.
Yeah, exactly. So no, I think at some point I would have had to find some other way to get some income, just do something else that I still enjoy my work as well, you know?
What was going back to Curacao ever an option for you, especially when pandemic happened? Like considering that like the work you do here at the moment isn't exactly what you're.
I guess it was an option, but
did you consider it?
No, it's not something I've ever considered to go.
So
back.
even like in that case, you're like, no, I'm not going back.
No. And I think is funny enough. When I first got here, I was like, yo, I'm never moving back ever, like never. But now, I can see myself moving back. I think I eventually will move back. I think it's safe to say I eventually will move back. But I think like now, every year I go back, I can see myself living there more and more and more, right? So, so I guess no. But during the pandemic, it wasn't. I never thought of I'm gonna pack my shit and go back and try to figure it out and then see what happens. It was an option, but it wasn't really an option. So it's like I gotta toughen it out here, and if I really can't find anything here, then I guess my only option is then to pack it up and move back and then try to go from there.
Yeah, if that's the case, then you've done what you could.
Yeah, exactly. Right? But now you mentioned that gladly, you guys proposed Kunuku to me. That was during the pandemic, right?
Yeah, that was this year.
Yep.
Yeah, right. So yeah.
That was I think maybe around April, May, something like that.
A little bit before that, yeah.
So yeah. Luckily that you guys threw that to me. You guys alley-ooped that. So now we're doing that. So, like you said, at least the minimum it could be is a fun hobby. But of course, we want to do a lot bigger than that. So every day we're constantly working at it to make it bigger and bigger, and try to make that the full-time, enjoyable way of living home. Because I'm working with my boys. It's fun. So
doing something
exactly
that helps people, matters to people.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you can help people enjoy their food more.
Yeah.
I mean,
and like I said with when we did What's with Tea with Ava, it's hard work at time, but it still doesn't really feel like work. It's just what you guys are just having fun. We gotta work or we gotta start our boots. We gotta work hard sometimes. You gotta put in the hours and stuff. But it's still, and to me, it still feels like fun. It's just like we're still just a couple of boys trying to build something together.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's and if that could become the end all be all, that'd be great. If that could be the main source of everything. So yeah.
What was like the most difficult thing you had to deal with this year?
The most difficult thing I had to deal with this year. That's a good question.
Were there any like heavy struggles or any big challenges you had to overcome?
I don't know. I think it's more getting to the point where I gotta decide what we were talking about just earlier, if I'm gonna continue to do what I'm doing now called work, or if I'm gonna try and find something else. Especially when you see people getting left, like losing a job left and right. It could be me. You never know who's next, right?
Yeah.
So I just started to think like, okay, if that was me, let's say I were to lose my job, like what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do this and that. So it was more about thinking, okay, in what other ways can I provide for myself, or what other ways can I balance things out to get a bit more income, stuff like that. And then, yeah, luckily you guys came with Kunuku, and now I'm trying to work on that. So I guess that was the biggest thing. I just had to like mentally think of how would I overcome if I lost my job. Like, what would be the next steps, or what
You're
would my
considering those more
options.
dire circumstances
Yeah.
and how you would like move to it.
Exactly. I think that would be that would have been the toughest thing I had to do with. Luckily, it didn't get so far yet because you never know. But yeah, I think that's probably the toughest thing I had to deal with this year. Yeah.
Chris, you?
What about you?
You first.
For me, it was making the switch over to leave the restaurant industry. Because growing up, ever since I was like 14 and whatnot, that's always been what I wanted to do, to the point where I wanted to open up my own restaurant. But not just that, I knew the exact location that I wanted to open up my restaurant. I knew exactly how my restaurant was going to look. I knew the uniform that my staff members are going to wear.
That's no longer the case, right?
I mean, I still have that, but it's not a priority of mine.
Would you want to work in that restaurant, or would you just want to be like?
If later on I have the possibility of being like an investor, to be part owner of something like that and have someone else run it, I'd be down. But to run it myself, nah, I'm good.
Okay.
And especially since what I'm doing now is completely the opposite of the restaurant industry.
Yeah.
It took some getting used to, especially since I had that self-image of, I'm going to be a chef, I'm going to be a restaurant owner, restaurateur, going to have all that stuff.
So this year was the year you had to kind of like make an identity decision of, I'm no longer
adapting to the change.
cook or a chef. I'm no longer going to be a person whose identity,
a profession. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Profession is cooking.
Yeah.
In your heart, you'll always be a chef.
Was it hard? Was it difficult, like, to put all those years to bed like that?
It's not necessarily putting the user bed, because all the experiences I still use and whatnot. It was more trying to figure out, because that's been my trajectory for so long. I never really thought about anything else. So it was really like, hey, so if it's not this, what then?
Yeah.
So, and
I get that.
I've never thought about it before because I never had to, because I was going to be a chef.
Yeah.
So that was the biggest one, because and that aside, there are so many possibilities to make a name or an income for yourself in this world right now. I mean, there's this Korean dude who he has a podcast where he sleeps and he's making a fuck ton of money.
Okay.
So it's basically him sleeping.
I thought he was going to bring up like fucking NFTs or something, but no, he's like
no.
Korean fried chicken or something.
No. So my point is, if that is already like something that people can do to, be a quote unquote successful, what do I want to do? And I have so many interests, so many things that I enjoy. It was kind of, it took me a little while to figure out what I wanted to do.
Do you guys believe in the narrative of basically, quote unquote, everyone can pull themselves up by their bootstraps and make themselves successful? Because we're talking about a sleeping podcast who's making bank. We're talking about you got NFTs, you got streamers making bank, you got people just
Kunuku making
finding a way to work a 9-to-5 job that for them was difficult.
Yeah.
You guys,
I think so. Yeah. Because
everyone has what it takes.
Yeah. Because I think once you get to the point where you have to find a way, you're gonna find a way, regardless.
Yeah.
I think unless you have
it's do or die.
Yeah, unless you have some substance abuse or some addiction, something that really takes you out, I think everyone has that in them, because it's do or die, it's survive or die. You gotta.
I know a lot of people who have substance abuse issues and still made it too.
Exactly. But I'm talking more in the case of people who maybe didn't make it because maybe they had substance abuse or way to fill up. But yeah, I think when it gets to that, it's your survival instincts just take over. You have to figure out a way, whether even if it's selling drugs, whatever it is, you gotta find a way to. Yeah, you gotta get out you can, right? People will find a way. I think everyone has that in them to find a way to survive and thrive. Like when it's do or die, you don't have no other choice, right? That's what you have to do. So I think so, yeah.
Chris, you're shaking your head.
I might be wrong.
I mean, I agree with his statement, but not everyone does. That's the only thing I would
His statement is that everyone does.
Yeah, but my statement is the majority of people.
So you don't agree with my statement.
So yeah, I agree with that. Majority of people do have that, but some people at a certain point, they're like, yeah, there's nothing I can do. So either they're going to stay stuck or go to a deeper end.
So, but that's assuming that what they think is true. But I think Graham's point is more that whether you know it or not, whether you believe it or not, everyone can. Everyone can like put their best foot forward and achieve something. And I'm guessing you're also not talking about being a millionaire or whatever, but just enjoying basic human freedoms and rights. And
just enough where you can
part of the economic machine.
Exactly. Or you just don't survive. You also just survive, but you enjoy life a bit.
Survive and thrive.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone has the potential to survive and thrive.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're talking, of course, out of a like.
But wait, sorry. Why don't you think everyone has that?
Because not everyone's the same, and because we're using the word everyone, there are people that are not going to be able to do it.
Why not?
Because of life circumstances. Yes, they have the ability to, but that they do actually do it or not.
But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about everyone could do it if they made that choice. But you're saying a lot of people just don't end up making that choice.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
Because a person who chooses to let life happen to them and be the victim of circumstances, in a broad term, of course, they've chosen to do that. They haven't chosen to keep fighting and rise above it and try something new and try again and try again and try again.
Yeah.
So I would agree with Graham. I think everyone, there are extreme examples from across the whole spectrum. And there's always someone who has had one more disadvantage or has started further behind you who has made it. So just as a probability thing, if someone, let me put it this way, if there are
Paint a picture.
Paraplegic Olympic athletes who have an inherent disadvantage of missing a leg, for example, but they train, they wake up every day, they dedicate themselves to their craft, and they make it to that level. So if they can do it and they're already starting with an inherent assumed disadvantage, then the only reason that I don't do it is because I made a choice. I made a choice to not try. Right? So there are many more extremely successful stories than people who have pulled themselves out of bad situations because they made the choice. But there are a lot of people who are forever stuck in the bad situations because they choose to either not see that or they have the options in front of them and they just be like, that's too much work or whatever.
I don't want to do it.
Right? But I think the point is that everyone could do it. I mean, if you can find a way to make money by having a sleeping podcast, then, sky's the fucking limit. If nowadays you can make money with NFTs, if you can...
Yeah, exactly. What is it about that?
Want to hear the weirdest way I have heard someone's making money?
It's not the sleeping thing?
No, apparently this is like a thing.
Chris is like on the like dark corners of the internet.
No. This shit gets sent to me. So apparently there's this chick who is selling her farts on the internet. She farts in a jar, closes it up, and people are buying it.
Hey,
I guess you got to be enterprising in there.
You got Abu, right?
Apparently, Abu.
But that's exactly what I mean. If these people can make money, if these people can not just make money, but also like thrive in it.
Yeah. See, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if, of course, I usually hear a lot of really strong kickback when I talk about this because people say, "Oh yeah, what about people who are severely disenfranchised or people who have been like mentally abused their whole lives and shit?"
Yeah.
So you're talking about. I'm not talking about those extreme people. I'm talking about people who come from the place that we come from, people who have opportunities in front of them.
Yeah.
So I can't speak for someone who lives in fucking Afghanistan,
Oh,
lives in a
course,
marginalized
it's
group. So
different,
I'm talking about Western world, people from like low, middle to high income classes, people who aren't struggling beneath the poverty line, of course. So like we don't want to offend anyone or make too big of blanket statements because there can already be people typing in the comments.
You always find a way to.
You don't know my truth.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. No, that's true.
For me, I think the most annoying thing this whole fucking year has been business-wise, has been COVID.
Yeah, man.
Because my industry, the fitness industry, I feel like it gets, besides the medical industry and like the first responders to COVID, we get hit the hardest. Like doctors and nurses have it the worst, but as industry, as a sector, we've been closed the longest.
What about the Horeca?
We've been closed longer than the Horeca.
Yeah.
And Horeca, they might have had the doors closed, but they can still touch bazaar. They closed us completely.
True.
So we had to find ways like to work around that.
Yeah.
It wasn't that
the government provided measures or
we got basically no government assistance.
Yeah.
We've been closed the longest out of every sector. If don't quote me on it, but I think that's correct. the rules are very much so like unfairly in our NADIL. Like for example, the government makes a big blanket statement of, gyms aren't safe. But gyms can be anything from a 40 square meter personal training studio to us, a 700 square meter gym with 7-meter ceilings and shit, right?
Yeah.
But like I can complain about that fucking forever. But that having to constantly like switch gears and adjust over and over and over, and knowing that there aren't a lot of infections in gyms, there aren't a lot of like fucking big blowout infections because of gyms. We're not the fucking problem. Like we can create a very, very safe space.
Yeah.
And then the government saying, oh well, we can niet op maat werken. I'm like, for all the fucking taxes I pay, you damn better welcome work op maat. Come send a gemeente person to me. Let him walk me through everything I gotta do. Send him once a week to check. Like I'm obviously super biased against it, but that this year, last year it was, we struggled, we hustled, we did what we gotta do.
Yeah.
We and in my head, we fucking killed it. We did fucking excellent. We made up for all the losses that we got.
Oh, that's good.
We got shitload of new members in the lockdown. So having the gym closed and providing training outside.
That's good. Very few businesses.
We fucking killed it. We were still on track financially. So our fiscal year was still on track. So we still achieved our financial goals, even while being locked down and closed.
Okay.
But then this year again, you're like, were we still fucking dealing with this shit? Like, let me put it this way. If it wasn't for COVID, I would be right now busy opening the second gym. That would have been the case. So that's sometimes a little bit a hard pill to swallow.
But you'll get there.
We'll get there for sure.
Take some time.
And
life lessons, you learn something from it.
Everyone's a victim of COVID. It's not like we're being singled out. So I can find a lot of solace in that. It's not just me getting shit on. We're all getting shit on together.
Yeah.
So,
as long as it's not me.
So I think that was the continuing struggle for this year. But luckily, again, this year we still had a great fucking year, and the staff is great. We still have got a shitload of new members. We're achieving our milestones and our goals that we want to achieve. And goals that we set to achieve, even like in a non-lockdown situation. So,
that's definitely good.
Yeah. So and that's kind of like the highlight of this year, business-wise, of course, because the highlight of this year obviously was getting married for me. That was probably the best part of the whole year, in my opinion. But the business highlight, knowing that even when everything's against us and everything is set up for us to like fail, we still fucking kill it. Because in my head, me and Fleur, we killed it. We didn't just do well. We did fucking fantastic. Right. If I look at the things we achieved and how we were able to pick ourselves back up. Because we lost a lot of members because of the first lockdown. People not only because people couldn't pay it or whatever, but a lot of our members had to move back home. We have a lot of expats.
Oh, okay.
We had like 30 people had to go back to England. We had like 20 people had to go back to the States,
That sucks.
So we made all that shit back. Even after 2 lockdowns, we're still now at the highest member count we've ever had.
Oh,
so that's good. Something I'm really, really proud of, really happy about. And getting married was beautiful. Having you guys there. I mean,
it was a great event. It was a great event.
I also like that we were able to like go there together. And you guys came here first. We got dressed and shit. We took a taxi together.
With the music blasting.
We took a sketchy cab.
Took a sketchiest, shadiest fucking cab, and the guy refused. We were all wearing layers. This motherfucker would not turn on the fucking air conditioning.
Excuse? Oh yeah, but I'm sensitive to the air conditioning. I guess some people are. Yeah, I guess, but
look. I've heard a lot of doctors say that people getting sick from air conditioning is a myth.
You think I might have COVID? You just didn't want to tell us?
Let's fucking hope not. Ugh. Well, hey, it doesn't matter anymore anyway. We're long past it.
Yeah, that was definitely that was a fun day. That was great. That was great. Yeah.
It was just a really beautiful moment to celebrate the way we did, and you guys were there in the front row. Like, did you guys also get like the flower thing? We did. We did. Like to be able to like signify
corsage.
Yes, show that like because we're like blood related. But
oh wow, way to single me out. Wow, thanks.
In that sense, that everyone.
You guys what I gotta deal with every day.
Listen, everyone could see that you're just as much a Romain in our eyes as everyone else. So that was nice.
Yeah.
That was a great like
Okay.
pick me up for the whole, like what can easily be considered a shitty year. I didn't consider it a shitty year because we started Kunuku, we started doing this podcast, so there's way more highlights in my opinion than there are like setbacks.
Yeah.
So but that was like a nice little cherry on top. Like after everything, boom. Married.
But what would you say was then the downside in life in general? Because you gave us the downside in business.
Yeah.
But what would you say would be the downside in life that you experienced this year?
Ooh, that's hard. I don't think
such as life.
I don't think
Nothing you can mention.
no, because even like business setbacks, I don't let it affect me personally.
Exactly. So that's what I'm asking. Like maybe you had a personal, but you didn't feel like you had a personal.
I don't think so. I mean, we all have our struggles, but that's not per se because of COVID.
Yeah.
And
No, that's be per se because of COVID.
no,
something
sure,
this year.
True. But I don't think there's anything specific. I mean,
No, if you don't have any, you don't have any. You
No.
don't have to go think of anything. If you don't have any, you don't have any.
make up something on the spot.
like,
No, I don't. Chris, like, do you have to know anything like heavy that I had to deal with?
Grandma passed.
I wanted to say that, but I didn't want to say
Grandma
it.
passed, yeah. But
So that sucked because she was also the last of our grandparents.
I think
Airbender.
for me it would have sucked a lot more if she wasn't suffering for a long time and
Yeah,
she wasn't.
no,
so
true,
when she
true.
passed, I was all like, finally the poor lady can rest, So
No, that I agree with as well. But for me, it was more like I swore to myself that for her funeral, I was going to go to the islands, but because of COVID, that wasn't possible. So,
Yeah.
but it was nice
Fucking
that
COVID.
Yeah, it was nice that and kind of weird that they live streamed it for
Yeah,
the
man.
people that were not
live
on the
stream
island.
funerals are weird.
Yeah,
dude.
it was so weird, and not just because it was live, because I mean it was nice because it was like our cousins. We were there at Kevin's house and we were watching the stream. But then you also have the people who are there that have no idea that it's being streamed, and they're walking in front of the cameras and stuff like that, and they had multiple camera angles and whatnot. And sometimes they cut to a weird camera angle.
There was one point straight
was-
into the coffin, dude.
Yeah?
It was
Straight into the coffin.
So-
That's some old people shit.
Wow.
That like the people like those old folks at funerals that go up to the coffin and just stand there and then stare at the fucking dead body. Just stare at it.
I'm sorry, but I gotta ask: was this like on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook?
No. It was its own website thing.
Was it a
okay,
YouTube
okay.
link? No, it wasn't. That'd be weird as hell.
No.
I think I've received like 1 or 2 YouTube links. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
The
That shit was weird, dude.
Yeah,
funeral, the funeral parlor itself had its own
website.
link that
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was weird, man. Because especially the one in the coffin, because it was like a point of view where it's like at the head of the coffin, so you see like my grandma's head and then the rest of her body, but then you also see like outward. So basically, you see all the people that are coming in.
Oh
saying their last
yeah.
goodbye,
So you can see
their
everyone
faces.
coming up.
Everybody
So
with their masks
it was
on.
kind of like almost her point of view.
Yeah. It was really
that's so
weird.
eerie. That's so eerie.
Like, look, we all deal with death in a certain way, and I can easily compartmentalize the death situation to the like appropriateness of the situation, and a lot of things in that were fucking cringy.
Yeah.
They're like, who the fuck thought this was a good idea?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that of course, that's always sad. But
That sucks.
grandma was like, she was
But yeah,
old and she was going shit.
if you're suffering, like you said,
I was happy for her in the sense that she gets to rest and no longer has to be suffering. You know?
Yeah, because she was always like, she was old, man. But even then, she would still be in her yard, fucking lifting up rocks and fucking sweeping everything, and always busy. And then she'd be like,
old
I'm
people,
so tired."
man.
I'm like, "Yeah, because you're in the garden and you're old."
Because you're old as shit.
Yeah, and the last couple of
you gotta
years,
keep busy, no?
The last couple of years, she was in a wheelchair and whatnot. So
I think also like, what you say to say, Chris was also a lot closer with
Your
that
grandma.
grandma because
Yeah.
like when I moved to Holland and mom moved to Bonaire, you lived in an apartment in like behind her house, so
yeah.
you guys were a lot closer.
Yeah, most
I was
definitely.
never super close. I think think of probably my whole family, I'm the least close with her because
Maybe.
everyone has like a much bigger connection. That's most likely my fault, but I just connected to my mom's side of the family when it came to that a lot more.
yeah.
So-
But then again, everyone likes Chris more than you, so
Everyone likes Chris more than me.
it's understandable.
y'all need to stop saying that shit, man.
I'll stop saying it when it stops being true.
So, yeah.
Chris is just a more likable person in that
he's
sense.
a more people person. Yeah, definitely.
Hey, as long as they love me too, it's all good.
Exactly. There's nothing wrong with that.
But so
so yeah, grandma did.
so that was 2021. Is there anything you're looking forward to for 2022? Is there anything specific that you're excited about, looking forward to?
Man, I'm hoping that Kunuku keeps going well to the point where we can do a lot more. Because yes, like right now we're doing spices, dried spices, but I really want to do a lot more, especially flavor wise.
Give the people a sneak peek.
Yeah, exactly. I want to start doing marinades, like so you get like a jar, and then if you want to marinate your chicken to make jerk chicken or a pork or whatnot, and then you just get these jars. All you do is just like take a scoop and you put it in, and you're done, and then it's flavorful. I also want to go dabble into hot sauces. I actually already have a recipe ready to go, but you know, it's a whole other thing when it comes to marketing and making sure that, you know, everything is on the legal up and up.
Yeah.
We want to do apparel. Daryl has a couple of really, really dope designs I want to get on a couple shirts.
Throw up West Side.
Yeah. That's
I respect
No. It's why worry.
and it's
Hey, that's the swagoo. That's the swagoo.
Swagoo.
Okay.
no man, it's West Punt.
Okay, but go.
West Punt.
Okay, but yeah, you were saying apparel.
Yeah, apparel.
So Kunuku is like what you're really excited about.
Yeah. All the aspects of it as well, like the podcast. I want to make it more. I want to start. Hopefully, in the next year, we can actually start having more guests and have different points of view as well. Because we agree on a lot of things, so it'd be nice to have a different perspective.
I think so. I think we're pretty well divided about a lot of things.
I think I provide pushback.
Let the people decide.
Yeah.
Let us know if we agree a lot on a lot of things or not.
I think you probably share a lot of Chris's enthusiasm for 2022 about Kunuku.
Yeah, definitely so.
Because maybe a lot of people don't know, but like when I had the idea for Kunuku, I knew it was going to be something that I wanted to give to you guys or like to do with you guys so that you guys could take it over.
Yeah.
So like my dream was never to run a spice company. It was just to start a spice company.
Yeah.
So you two, like, I can definitely feel and understand you guys have your teeth sinking into it and you're really looking forward to all the shit it can bring.
Yeah.
So like what part of that is like really...
Money.
Money? Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Money.
Nothing wrong with that.
Give me that money.
Money gives you options, right?
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna lie. The money, but it's also just working with you guys. Just running a business with my boys. It's just being fun and just having a good time while building something together, while building a future. You know?
Reach.
It's a more relaxed vibe. It's not like it's no hierarchy or like a boss or you got to do this, report to this. It's just like it's just a relaxed vibe. It's just fun work. It's a fun career. Put it like that. It's not a job. It's a career. You know. So yeah, that's what I see with Kunuku. That's how I see it.
Is there anything like not business wise? So not like Kunuku is maybe like is
the
easy layup, but is there anything like? Is it like a concert you're looking forward to going to, or like a vacation, or something?
Man, I had so many concerts canceled because of COVID. Man, fuck, that was so annoying.
Which one you were looking for the most?
Red Chili Peppers?
Corn.
Yeah, Red Hot Chili Peppers was one. I was gonna finally see Incubus with you, but that was canceled again.
I'm never gonna try again. Fuck it. I'm never. Even if they tell me 100% tomorrow the show, I'm gonna
You
try.
tried so many times.
Fuck it. I give up on it. I'm never gonna see them live.
From what Daryl told me, every time they come to the Netherlands, there's an issue. Like the singer is sick or whatnot, and they have to cancel.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Real quick, what concerts you've been to? Guys, I think I've known any. Do you go to concerts often? Have you gone to concerts often?
Yeah, back in the day, especially like metal concerts.
Yeah.
Cooley Cambria, we went to Carnival.
Yeah, dude.
Because Dookie tells me here and there, he goes, but I've never really noticed that you
back in the day.
Back in the day when
yeah,
you were
I
young
went,
pup.
I went to a bunch of shit. I went to Juan Luis Guerra with Fleur.
Nice.
Okay.
So I definitely enjoy it. I just again, once we started with Iron House, it was everything invest in Iron House all the time, all the money.
Yeah, I get it.
So we didn't have the luxury of doing it.
You guys ever go to what's it called?
You guys were trying to go to Burna Boy this year, right? But then
it was on a fucking Tuesday. Like, sorry, I got appointments.
Yeah, and then it got canceled because Corona.
Yeah.
You guys ever go to Latin Village? Ever gone to that?
No, but I want to go to Palmundo also.
Oh, yeah,
Palmundo is dope.
Yeah.
You guys would like Palmundo a lot.
Yeah, never been there. But okay, so but like non-business wise,
Traveling again, man. I'm hoping by this time next year that I'm gonna be able to spend it on the islands because I haven't been back in so long.
Island boy.
Fuck that shit, dude. Oh,
I'm sorry.
I get physically aggravated by that.
I couldn't help myself.
No, I get it.
because
when you said it in my head, I said like you can't take the island out of the boy, and then instantly, without even thinking, it came out of my fucking mouth. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Nah, like especially Curse, man. I think the last time I was in Aruba was probably 2008 or something.
Yeah, you haven't been in a long time.
So
every time I go, the family's like,
Where's Chris at?
Chris. I'm like, what am I do? Fucking sneak him in my bag?
Exactly.
What the fuck you want me to do?
Man doesn't want to come.
Yeah.
I can't force them.
No, but that's the thing. Like, hopefully, my plan for next year is to do a vacation back home, but hit all 3 of the islands.
Triple threat.
Yeah, that's what I want to do because I haven't been to Aruba in forever. I haven't been to Curacao since I left to come here. I've only been to Bonaire because mom lives there, and I can't go to the islands and not visit her. So
Better.
That's like sacrilegious.
You better.
Fucking better.
Yeah, but
I brought you in this world.
Yeah,
Take your ass out.
No, but that aside, the islands have changed so much since I've been there as well. I really want to see.
I have no idea.
What's all different and so on.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm really looking forward to.
Graham?
I'm trying to have a baby. No, I'm kidding. I'm trying to. I just want to. Even though it's been I think it's been maybe 2 years since I've been to Curacao, something like that. I think. But I usually go every year, right? Every summer. Yeah. But I don't know. I still miss it for some reason. I just want
of course, it's home.
Yeah.
But with that, don't you ever have the itch to go somewhere else to find somewhere new?
That's the thing. I don't.
I talk about that so often.
I
don't understand that people don't have the itch. You don't want to see the rest of the world. You don't want to see Asia. You don't want to see the fucking northern lights. You don't want to see mountains. You don't want to see fucking...
Like, to me, especially in Europe, nothing interests me.
Fuck Europe. Europe doesn't
Fuck Europe.
It does nothing for me. But Norway, Northern Ireland, China, Philippines, none of that shit.
I've been to like here. I've been to England, France, and shit like that. It's cool. I enjoyed it. It's cool, but it's
for a few days. It's like whatever.
But no.
What about Spain and Italy and whatnot?
I've been to Italy.
Helemaal niet.
No, I've never been to Spain. I guess I want to go to Spain just to say I've been to Spain. But
wouldn't you want to go to like Turkey or Morocco?
Why that to him? Why?
He knows why.
He knows why.
He knows why.
Oh, okay, for that reason.
See, exactly.
Chill. But no. I mean, no, not really. It's cheap, but no. No, I mean, the most I'm interested in, honestly, is the States and Japan. Japan, I really want to go.
Okay,
Japan is something I really want to go to.
That I can feel.
And Australia. Australia, even though it's scary.
So, why not then, instead of going to Curacao, go to Japan?
I don't know, bro. It just keeps drawing me back to Curacao. Every time I'm like, where am I going to go? Oh, Curacao. I just go there.
When you get there, aren't you like, it's whatever, I should have gone to Japan?
No, I think to me it's whatever, but I enjoy it. I'm like, okay, I'm here with my family, I'm chilling. Okay, cool.
But in the past, when you would go for like a long ass time too.
Yeah, but I genuinely just enjoy doing nothing there.
No, I get that.
Maybe that's just kind of person you are. Like you don't need much to get.
Yeah, exactly. I have my cousins. We go out to clubs and shit on the weekends, and during the rest of the shit, I chill with my family, and then I might go to the beach twice, and then I just chill. Yeah,
you're like sometimes like your typical Antiano comes out like so hard, and I forget that you have that bone in you, you know?
Like, I mean, I completely understand what you guys saying, because why not see the rest of the world, right? But to me,
if you don't have the itch, you don't have the itch. You can't do shit about it.
I just go to Curacao and I'm happy there. So
no, because that's the thing too. Like Peter, a friend of mine, he went for the first time to Curacao on vacation, and he's like, "Hey, I'm going to Curacao. Tell me what to do." I'm like, "Okay, how long are you gonna go for?" 3 weeks. I'm like, "Ooh, that's a long time." Okay, here's your itinerary that you could do, but take your time. Don't do it all in one day. And then when he came back, I'm like, "So how was the trip? Did you enjoy yourself?" "Yeah, it was great. It was great." But
long.
In the last week, we were like, "Okay, we're ready to go home now."
So I mean, I definitely get it. But
I think now, if I would go 3 weeks, I could easily fill up every single day.
Yeah, but we grew up there, so we also have different things.
But like, I mean more. Let's say if Graham goes for 3 weeks and I go 3 weeks, I think I'd be hella busy in those 3 weeks.
Oh yeah,
I'd be so active, like just on a photography standpoint, and on like a business entrepreneurial standpoint and a networking standpoint.
Yeah,
like I could easily fill up a month of just work on Curacao.
Yeah,
what if you go for leisure though?
Yeah, for me, like taking photos and stuff is leisure for myself and everything. And I do, for example, I go. We used to go to school with her in Marinus Basis.
There's a lot of them.
She has a surf school at Paikanoa.
Stephanie?
Nah, probably Stephanie, because all of them call Stephanie. So I do like a week of surfing, you know.
Okay.
Then I do a week of diving.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that. That's how I would approach it. So I could.
Graham, have you ever climbed Christoffelberg?
Yes. Yeah, like twice, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have not been surprised if you said no.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised either.
Is no one gonna ask me what I'm excited about?
What are you excited about? What are you excited about this Christmas?
This Christmas
This
time.
Christmas.
For 2022, I'm really, really excited for this year to be over, the fiscal year to be over, because you have to close years off in a certain way. So I'm really, really excited, just business-wise, for 2022. Not just for this Iron House, for as it is, all things we're going to be doing and growing the business, but new business ventures as well. Me and Fleur.
Can you give people a sneak peek or
cannot.
wraps? Okay,
I cannot.
Okay.
Well, me and Fleur have a few different balls in the air, and we're really waiting for this year to be over so we can capitalize on those things. So I'm hella excited. I'm like getting the candy shop excited.
Okay, that's good.
Because once that's over,
So wait. You were all excited asking us to ask you what your stuff is, and then we ask you, you're telling us you can't tell us about it?
I'm telling you, it's business-wise. It's a business thing.
Okay.
I'm excited to really, really flex my entrepreneurial muscles.
Okay.
Because I think up until now, I've really had to fulfill the foot soldier role, you know? And this year, it went down a lot because we have a really, really solid team now, and I'm a lot more flexible. But next year, we're ready to kick into the next gear, and I'm really excited about that. And for me, it's always about the journey, not the result.
Yeah.
So I don't even care if it pans out or anything, but I'm really excited about all things I get to try.
Yeah.
In 2022, it's gonna be dope. That's the thing. Like I'm like fucking
Giddy about.
like let's go. You know, January 1st on that shit.
Okay, so whether COVID's still here or not, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't fucking matter.
Okay.
Because that's one of the things we learned, that we have to diversify ourselves away from being a COVID sensitive or a pandemic or crisis sensitive business.
Yeah.
So we're looking into a new business venture where that's no longer going to be the case. We're not location dependent. We're not employee dependent and that kind of stuff. And Iron House.
So you're gonna be sleeping while streaming.
I
figured it out, guys. I figured it out.
I told Fleur and Katja, like, just go stream and suck at video games and complain about it and then make us millionaires.
Oh, they would make so much money.
They would
Especially
make
Fleur, dude. If she loses in a game, she's hilarious.
Just complaining and hating on shit and like
Hilarious.
saying stuff like, "Oh, the input lag doesn't work," That'd be great.
Yeah.
Now,
What about non-business wise though, like personal?
non-business wise? That's a good question. I do want to go to Bonaire at least once next year to see my mom. I'm pretty excited about that.
Okay, that's nice.
And here's one. Me and Sieger and the boys want to plan like some kind of trip. Just like a 3-4 day trip and just go somewhere and just see what happens. Like no itinerary, gewoon jägen in fucking staat om te gewoon see what happens, right? And if COVID allows, please baby Jesus, I do want to go to Orlando for my birthday.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, I want to go for even if it's just for a week. Because people are like, oh, why would you go for only a week? For me, I can enjoy shit out of a week.
Yeah.
Disneyland?
Hey, you know me, man. Disneyland. Full tour. So I'm really looking forward to that. And if that's all I get to do next year, I'll be happy with it.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah. Oh, good shit.
But shit, I think we're gearing up and setting ourselves up for a great 2022. I think it seems to me, and I have a good instinct feeling that's going to be quite a few steps above 2021.
Nice.
It's just now with Kunuku, we're getting our bearings. Yeah. You guys are really stepping into the entrepreneurial shoes. You guys are starting to take that mantle of responsibility for yourselves.
Yeah, trying.
And like I said, I'm going to teach you guys everything I know. You guys are also learning a lot as you go already. So you're definitely setting yourself up for a really successful 2022.
Yeah. Thank you.
So I think 2022 is going to be head and shoulders above 2021. And like we talked about in the beginning, if we make that choice, if we choose for it to be so, there's no reason why it shouldn't be so.
Yeah.
Buy our shit.
So guys, we hope that you've had a beautiful 2021, as beautiful as it could be, even considering circumstances. And I think I speak for all of us when we wish you a fantastic 2022. I like to put something out there. We're here to help each other. So if there's anything that we can help you with, I mean, if you're one step before us in your dream or endeavor, we're here to help. If you have questions, if we can help you out in any way, we can even do a whole podcast episode about it. Holla at us. We wish you nothing but love and success.
God bless.
We're definitely gonna, do our best for 2022. We hope you're gonna do the same.
Hell yeah.
Any parting words, Abu? Okay, good to know. Thanks, Abu. Good to know. All right.
I think Abu needs to go outside.
Yeah, you guys are the Abu.
Yeah, he been farting. It's time for him to go for a
Yeah.
walk.
Guys,
All right.
Happy New Year. And,
Happy New Year.
soon. Happy 2022. Lots of blessings, love,
Yes.
success, good health. Boys, thank you very much for a really enjoyable, beautiful 2021.
Same, bro. Same.
You know, familia, you know, una
Family.
raza. So,
We have coronas.
so let's make it happen.
Yeah. And be careful with fireworks are illegal here, right? But still, be careful with fireworks. Just don't lose
Yeah.
fingers.
I don't like fireworks.
Yeah, be safe.
I'm over fireworks. But you
All right,
guys
man.
remember to like and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram.
Comment. Let us
for
know
content.
how you feel.
At Kunuku Spices, KunukuSpices.nl.
Hey,
YouTube is The Spice Boys, Talkin Spice Podcast.
hey, we everywhere.
Everywhere.
There's
all
no
the
reason not to be
platforms.
part of this journey.
Oh, join us, comment, let us know whether you like it or hate it. Let us know. That's all I have to say.
Peace, love, and prosperity. Deuces.
Don't forget to spread the love.
Peace.